What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Z-Vlog, which is episode number 3 in this series. Today I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing over the past week. Obviously it's 1 week or just over a week since Ramadan and Eid, and I started a new routine which so far has been going quite well, although there's still a few things to get right. But you know, the two things that I've been consistent with over the past 8 days has been trying to wake up better, because I've just got this notoriously bad habit of waking up grumpy and bitter and not in a good mood. So I've been trying to wake up with a new morning routine where I'm trying to be more grateful and have positive thoughts rather than the typical grumpy, can't be arsed, don't want to get out of bed kind of thing. And yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, but it's been working because I've been getting out of bed a lot earlier, a lot easier, which has been a big struggle in the past. And the other thing which I've been consistent with is hitting the gym. So 8 days in a row I've been in the gym. Today I'll be going after recording this and doing some other bits and bobs, so that'll be 9 straight days in a row in the gym. And that probably in and of itself makes a huge difference. So mood's been better, feeling happier, feeling a lot more energetic, enthusiastic, which is great. Obviously, nobody wants to be in a slump, nobody wants to be feeling down and depressed all the time. And these are the kinds of things that you've got to do. Like, it can feel hard to get started, but once you do, the hard part is remaining consistent. And with the gym, I'm not trying to build a specific body or get to a certain weight. It's more about just getting into the habit and into the routine of doing something healthy every day, of going to the gym every day, of exercising every day. So my routine so far is shaping up quite nicely. Waking up early, spending time with the children, dropping them off to school, and then hitting the gym and then starting my work. So that's the issue at the moment. The work day is starting quite late, normally around about 11 o'clock is when the work day starts, and the morning is normally my most creative time, so I've got to kind of jiggle that around so I'm not wasting my most productive hours, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm doing work rather than going to the gym first. We'll see how it goes, but this is what you've got to do. Obviously, there is no right way to do this, there's no wrong way to do this, there's only what works for you. So you've got to find out what works best for you. How much time do you have? When are you most productive? And when can you fit things in? And the other thing that I want to talk about is just give you a little update about the business side of things. So I'm currently working on 2 projects, 2 businesses, one with my business partner David, who sadly has had another setback with his health issues. So the business buying side, helping people buy businesses, that's on hold again. So there's not much of an update there. The other project, the other business is helping people build self-esteem, confidence and communication skills by starting a podcast, which they can then use to build a brand, build relationships, build an online following, influence, and then create various income opportunities for themselves. And this is something I want to talk about because a lot of people have ideas. They want to start a business, they want to do something new, they want to do something different, but they just don't know how to go about doing it. And it's a learning journey. It's a learning curve. Again, it's one of those things where there's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way to do it, there's just you've got to just do it. But maybe if I go through the process that I went through, it might help you out. So the first thing that you've got to nail down, like everybody talks about, you've got to think about the customer, you've got to do this and that. All well and good, but the first really important part is to really know yourself and figure out what it is that you want to do, and that is by far the most important aspect. Like you've got to understand who you want to be and what kind of life you want to live. Because if you don't have that nailed down, then trying to find something to fit in with your personality, with your lifestyle, just isn't gonna work. So you've got to go through this deep work yourself. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to how do you want to live? What are your daily activities? Like for me, the most important thing for me was to start to work more on my religion and spirituality. So, you know, make sure that I'm praying 5 times a day, make sure that I'm reading the Quran and the translation of the Quran, spending more time with my family, going to the gym, and you know, things like that. And, you know, that's not possible if obviously your career takes priority, and it's not possible if your business takes priority, because if those things take priority, then you've got to find times to fit these things in. Whereas if you're quite clear from the start of what it is that you want your day to be filled with, then you can work out, okay, what business or what project can I work on that's going to help me achieve this daily routine and lifestyle that I want to live. So once you've got that nailed down, you know, then you start to ask the questions about who you can help and why you want to help them, and then how you can help them. Because ultimately, business and entrepreneurship, you know, it's not about making money. Obviously, everybody talks about making money and you want to make money from it, but the only way you're going to make money is if you're providing a service that's helping people and changing people's lives. And you know, this is where a lot of people get stuck, because they feel they don't have the skills or they don't know what they want to do. So, you know, this is the next important exercise where you ask yourself, like, you know, what are your skills, what are your experiences, what have you been through, which you can then use to help other people. For me, like, you know, I've had a career in law, and I've done obviously other things outside of law, and you know, one of my biggest fears was the fear of speaking and talking, and you know, just being more social, I suppose. And you know, it's a fear that I've overcome. So now, you know I can use that experience to help other people have the same transformation. Obviously, is there a problem in the market? Yes, the fear of speaking is one of the biggest fears that people have. So there is a problem in the market. How do you solve that? Well, help people become more confident, help them develop self-esteem, help them develop communication skills. And how can you help them do that? By starting a podcast. So, you know, I've got the problem, I've got a solution, and I've got a mechanism to solve that problem and to provide that solution, which is the podcast. And this is basically based on me going through this journey of self-improvement myself. I've been through this journey, I've done it, so now I'm in a position to help other people do the same. You know, so once you've done that, once you've got the idea down, once you've got who you want to help or why you want to help them, the next step is to validate the offer, to validate the business. Obviously, in the past, I've made the mistake of, you know, having an idea, starting a business, and then, you know, creating the website, creating a limited company, going all out, setting it all up, and then when it came to making sales, nothing happened, no sales whatsoever, because I didn't validate the offer, I didn't test the market. And this is what you've got to do. So if you've been following me on my social media platforms, you'll see a couple of months ago I put out some posts saying I'm thinking of starting this new project where I want to help people build self-esteem, confidence and communication skills by starting a podcast. If you're interested, let's get on a call and I'll try to help you. So I did that first, and yeah, I got a response. I got a few people on calls, and you know, I did get a couple of testimonials, but personally I felt that the transformation isn't going to happen in one phone call. So the testimonial after one phone call doesn't really mean anything, because you know, the people that I spoke to haven't really achieved a result. So, you know, if I'm trying to help people build self-esteem, confidence and communication skills by starting a podcast, that's not going to happen in one phone call. That's not going to happen, you know, in a 40 or 60 minute call. So what I then decided to do was to put together a little group. I specifically chose people to basically validate this offer, to run the program with, and to get testimonials, because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, the thing that's going to really move your business and really get you more clients and customers is social proof, is testimonials, is case studies. So the more testimonials you have, the more case studies you have, the more social proof you have, the more customers and clients you're going to get at a future date. So you know, for the past 7 or 8 weeks I've been running this program. I've got a small group together, and you know, hopefully next week or the week after they're going to be launching their podcast. And you know, even some of the guys, like one of the guys has already made several deals and he hasn't even launched his podcast yet. So you know, it's absolutely fantastic. So whilst the focus is to build self-esteem, confidence, and communication skills using a podcast, the additional benefits of a podcast is that you will build relationships, you'll build an online brand, and you can obviously get clients and customers for your business. And you know, this individual in the group, he's already closed deals, he's made money from this program even before the podcast has actually launched. So I'm excited to see where, you know, these guys develop. Obviously next week or the week after is when they're going to be releasing their podcasts, and then personally for me, it'll be about getting those testimonials, and then after that, that's when I'll be running my major marketing campaign using those testimonials, putting out posts on social media, and then getting more clients, and then building it from there. And this is what you've got to do at the end of the day. You know, you can't start from perfect from day one. You've got to build slowly, you've got to test the market, you've got to get people results. That's the main thing. Once you get people results, the marketing becomes so much easier, getting clients becomes so much easier. But without results, without you know, client testimonials, without social proof, it's very, very difficult. So when you're first starting, you know, your focus should be nowhere near about making money. It should be nowhere near about making a profit. That's going to come in the long term and in the long run. Your main focus at the start is to get your first few people into the group, help them get a result, and then get a testimonial, which you can then use to attract other clients in the future. And it helps you with your own confidence and self-esteem as well, because when you're first starting and you've not done anything, you've not helped anyone, you're gonna be filled with self-doubt and whether, you know, you're doing the right thing. But once you run people through your program or whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you get them results, it's going to increase your confidence, it's going to increase your self-esteem, and you're going to be more enthusiastic and confident to put out offers, to approach people, and to sell yourself and to sell the program. So you know, I'll keep you updated as I go along. That's the whole point of these Z vlogs. But if you've got any questions, if you've got any queries, if you're thinking about starting a business and you need some guidance, hit me up. I'm always happy to answer these questions. And yeah, just let me know about how you're getting along as well. Are you starting a new routine? How are you feeling? You know, get to the gym. If you're in a rut, just go. Don't think about what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Just start with one thing. If you're stuck in a rut right now, just start with one thing, whether it's just changing your morning routine and, you know, forcing yourself to think positive, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's just starting a business and just approaching people to get your first testimonials. Just start doing something, and then seeing where it goes. Don't get too transfixed on the results, on making money, on building the body, whatever. Just start the process, take it one day at a time, and then see where it goes from there. That's all for today. Hope you found value. If you did, let me know. If not, let me know so I can change the topic of conversation, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care now. Bye bye.